In this video, you're going to learn how many dictators finish poorly. We're not going to go in chronological order, but we'll just go through them. First was PolPot, Cambodia, 1979. He believed strongly in social justice. Does that sound familiar? Equality in the privileged class. He was a communist. He mostly died from poisoning that caused his heart to stop. The next one is, remember a guy called IdiAmin from Uganda, around 1979. He was a cannibal. He enjoyed eating people. But after his dictatorship collapsed, he fled to Saudi Arabia. And he was one of the lucky ones because he died of old age. Then we've got Joseph Stalin. Joseph Stalin died in 1953. And what happened there? After getting terribly drunk, evidently he was poisoned, and he died an excruciating, agonizing death due to the poison. Stalin was the worst dictator we had in the 19th century, by far. 35 million of his own people he killed. So he topped off anybody else you can think of out there. The next one was Muammar Gaddafi, the strongman of Libya. He ended up getting pulled on the street and basically beat to death in public on the street. Of course, that happened in 2011. Of course, that was Hillary Clinton in 2011 with her Arab Spring. Then, of course, we had Saddam Hussein, who was arrested by the Americans and hung for weapons of mass destruction, which he never had or we never found. Most likely it was made up, the best intel that we have on that. The next is 𝐂𝐨 𝐳𝐳, a Romanian dictator. In 1989, they had a revolution, and him and his wife were executed by firing squad. By the way, I don't think that's the worst way to die. The next, and well known, was Adolf Hitler, who shot him, took cyanide, and then shot him and his wife. And the last and my favorite of all of them is Benito Mussolini. He was, in 1945, taken by a group of people in Milan and taken to the square, tied his feet up, and strung him up from a light post or a tree it was, and just left there to hang and die. So those people thinking about being dictators, you might want to think, well, is this really where I want to go? Business leaders, for more content like this, you can follow us on Rumble and see videos where we don't have to worry about freedom of speech and being accused of producing harmful content, as the email that we received just recently.